Hi everyone, welcome back to another episode of XDC APAC Podcast. By the way, for all the viewers, a very, very happy new year 2025. I'm the head of ventures and ecosystem development at XDC Network based in Singapore. I'm excited to announce our collaboration with Plug and Play to launch a payments focused program. The XDC Payments Program will identify and collaborate with the best payments based Web3 solutions that can enrich the XDC network. Startups will have the chance to leverage XDC network resources and support and shape the future of payments on a secure and scalable blockchain. To further support this effort, we are conducting roadshows in Vietnam and Korea in partnership with Plug and Play to engage with promising startups in these regions where interest in building on XDC is very strong. So we encourage all interested projects to stay tuned for updates on our social media channels and those of Plug and Play. So since we're talking about Plug and Play today, we have a very special guest from Plug and Play. Hi Manav, Happy New Year.
Hi,
Welcome
Sunny.
to this XDC APAC podcast. It's the first time we are having this podcast with Plug and Play. How are you today?
Good. Thanks for having me here. Really excited and very excited for this partnership as well.
So Manav, you've been very busy. Can you give your short introduction to our viewers?
Yes. So I'm Manav Narang, heading the financial services vertical for Plug and Play in Asia Pacific, and also heading our expansion and establishment in India. So Plug and Play started about 2 decades ago in Sunnyvale, the heart of innovation, as we call it. Plug and Play started as a family office where our founder started to work with a few startups.
Wow.
It's very interesting. Not a lot of people know about it, but we were one of the first investors in some of the very big and prominent companies. PayPal. We invested in PayPal before it got acquired by eBay. Dropbox.
Okay.
N26. Honey. Just to name a few. We have been one of the most active early stage investors in the world. Today we have 2,000 portfolio companies, out of which 35 are unicorns.
Amazing.
So we invest in more than 200 startups per year, deploying $20 to $30 million.
Wow.
We have over 60 office locations across 30 plus countries. When we started in Sunnyvale, the first 4-5 years was just the US. And then we started to grow. The first external office for Plug and Play was Singapore. So Singapore as an office has been operating for Plug and Play since 2010. I joined about 3 years ago. And I lead all of our engagements and partnerships with financial services firms, one of which is our partnership with XDC.
Right. Great. Thank you.
Since we are talking about XDC and our partnership, how about you tell our viewers a bit more about XDC?
XDC Network is an open source, carbon neutral, enterprise grade, EVM compatible layer 1 blockchain that has been operationally successful since 2019. The network obtains consensus via specially delegated proof of stake technique and interoperability with ISO 20022 financial messaging standards. The XDC network powers a wide range of novel blockchain use cases, including trade finance, payments, DPIN, RWA, and tokenization. So, why should you build on XDC Network? Let me just highlight some of the key features. We have 270 nodes, 2.78 million plus accounts, 18K plus smart contracts, 688 million plus transactions, 83 million plus blocks, 2,000 plus TPS, transaction per seconds, and some of the market highlights would be 1.17 billion market cap, 2.98 billion diluted market cap, 14.93 billion circulating supply, 37.95 billion total supply. XDC Network was built with cross-chain interoperability as a basic function. It is geared to work with various bridges to bring this functionality to any project. Through Impel, XDC provides a bridge to R3 Coda. Impel, the ISO 20022 messaging and settlement platform built on XDC Network, provides a bridge to the Coda network. Coming to OneChain is a fully EVM compatible making it easy for developers to build cross-chain solidity-based applications. Anyone can deploy a one-chain bridge node. They are permissionless, which is public, decentralized, and non-custodial. So XDC has been compatible with OneChain since 2022. So these are some of the compelling reasons why you should come and build on XDC.
That's amazing. I would say XDC today is one of the most prominent public chains on the blockchain, in the blockchain world, I would say. And since we talked a bit about the chain, all of the various numbers that you spoke about, in essence, it is a public chain, right? So could you tell our audience a bit about how you ensure privacy on the XDC's public chain?
That's where I would like to speak about the XDC subnets. So what are XDC subnets? So XDC subnets are private, customizable blockchains built on the XDC network, offering organizations the ability to deploy secure, scalable, and sovereign networks. They combine the security of the main XDC chain with privacy features, enabling enterprises to manage their own rules, governance, and transactions. The partnership between recently XDC and C9 Tech introduces a groundbreaking subnet solution tailored to businesses and financial institutions, combining the scalability, privacy, security with the regulatory compliance. By leveraging smart contracts, prepaid gas fees, and API-based integration, the solution lowers entry barriers, reduces costs, and simplifies the integration of legacy systems. Advanced measures, security measures such as HSM servers ensure the highest level of data and transaction protection. Additionally, the subnet enhances interoperability and addresses privacy challenges using permission blockchains and elliptic curve cryptography, making it an ideal blockchain infrastructure for institutional adoption. So basically, for those who are looking to launch a subnet on XDC, here is the link below. Please follow the link and you get all the steps how to launch a subnet on XDC network.
Great. So you talked about adoption, you talked about partnerships. The plug and play partnership, like I said, It's great. We are very excited, but this is not your first partnership. You've had multiple partnerships in the past, industrial partnerships. So could you tell us a bit more about such partnerships you've had in the past and of course achievements?
We are investing into startups, but also there is also an opportunity for a strategic partnership, right? So hence this question is very, very, very key. Thank you, Manav, for asking this question. I'd like to highlight few strategic partnerships that we have made so far. Okay, the first one is the XDC SBI APAC entity, right? That was formed in December 2023 as a joint venture between SBI Holdings and TradeFinex. So what is TradeFinex? TradeFinex is an open API platform that is compatible with legacy systems and ISO 20022 and allows users to share documents, supports decentralized credit data and decentralized KYC data with zero knowledge proofs. Its goal is to expand the adoption of blockchain in trade finance and supply chain processes, leveraging the XDC Network's technology. So the collaboration focuses on addressing the inefficiency in cross-border settlements and enabling more secure and cost-effective operations for enterprises. Another key partnership is between XDC and the Trade Trust. So it simplifies the global trade by enabling MLETR compliant digital trade documents such as electronic bills of lading that are secure, verifiable, and interoperable across platforms. So businesses benefit from reduced compliance costs, easier access to capital, and real-time logistics monitoring, while blockchain integration enhances fraud prevention and document traceability. The tokenization of trade finance assets introduces new liquidity sources, so attracting institutional investors and alternative credit funds. So aligned with the global regulatory frameworks like MLETR, as I said, this collaboration drives digitalization, making cross-border trade more efficient, secure, and accessible. So another strategic partnership that obviously I cannot miss is the partnership between XDC and the Deutsche Telekom MMS. So what happens? It combines the XDC enterprise-grade blockchain technology with Deutsche Telekom MMS robust infrastructure to drive innovation and scalability in trade finance, RWA tokenization, and decentralized networks. So by operating a master node on the XDC network, Deutsche Telekom MMS enhances network security and performance while leveraging XDC 2.0's high speed, low cost, and scalable capabilities. This partnership highlights the transformative potential of blockchain in RWA tokenization. So by integrating Securitize's SEC compliant digital securities platform with the XDC network, the collaboration enables the issuance and trading of tokenized assets like TradeTech's US Treasury token, the USTY, so it's USTY, which provides exposure to highly liquid short-term US government bonds. So this partnership combines the efficiency and transparency of blockchain with the trust and compliance of traditional finance. So the partnership between XDC and Securitize highlights the transformative potential of blockchain in RWA tokenization. By integrating Securitize's SEC compliant digital securities platform with XDC, the collaboration enables the issuance and trading of tokenized assets like TradeTech's US Treasury token, which is the USTY, which provides exposure to highly liquid short-term US government bonds. So this partnership combines efficiency and transparency of blockchain with the trust and compliance of traditional finance, supporting both primary and secondary market transaction. It showcases the XDC network's capability to facilitate innovative investment opportunities, invigorate traditional finance, and advance blockchain adoption in regulated financial markets. So here you go. So these are some of the key partnerships that I wanted to today speak about and highlight when it comes to XDC.
So the examples you talked about, they are truly global, right? So I'll quickly summarize all six of them.
Yeah.
First, XDC and SBI Holdings, one of the largest banks in Japan. Second, XDC with Trade Trust, focused on digital trade documents, etc. Third one with Zanzibar's National Blockchain Initiative in Africa. XDC Network and Deutsche Telekom in Germany. XDC and Securitize in the US. And then lastly with Arcax, which is UK's first FCA regulated digital securities exchange.
Absolutely.
Great.
There you go. By the way, Trade Trust is basically a part of IMDI in Singapore.
Oh, so that's Singapore. So basically you've covered literally every part of the world.
Absolutely.
And there's like so many more to go.
Yes.
Yeah. So we are talking today to have to educate and make the startups aware of the power of the XDC blockchain, what they could get out of it. So let's talk a bit more about the decentralized applications, dApps, that have been built on the XDC platform. Can you tell our viewers a few examples of the kind of dApps that have been built on XDC?
There are quite a bit of dApps that are already built on XDC, but I wouldn't be able to cover all those dApps in this podcast today. But however, I'm going to choose the few ones, unrelevant ones, for those who are looking to collaborate with XDC through the plug and play program. Trade finance and real world asset tokenization. Trade tech, yield tech. What does that do? That offers tokenized US Treasury bonds and private credit instruments, bringing traditional finance to blockchain. So that's one. Second one I'd like to touch upon is Comtech Gold. What they do, tokenizes gold to provide secure and traceable investment options backed by physical assets. So the next one in the DeFi space would be XSwap protocol. What is XSwap? A decentralized exchange for swapping, lending, staking XRC20 tokens on the XDC network. The next DeFi would be LedgerFi, which offers blockchain-based financial services, including secure, efficient, and trusted platforms like, as I mentioned, eDOA for digital infrastructure. Some of the dApps built for enterprise solutions include XDC Trade Network. What they do, issues MLETR compliant digital trade documents, streamlining cross-border trade and enhancing document traceability. In terms of infrastructure, we recently partnered with C9 Subnet, which addresses privacy and scalability for institutional applications with secure, interoperable blockchain infrastructure. Then again, as I mentioned before, Deutsche Telekom MMS, the masternode strengthens the XDC network with robust enterprise-grade infrastructure for blockchain applications. In the space of NFT and tokenization platforms, I like to mention StoreX, which is a decentralized cloud storage network allowing secure and private data storage. Then we have Plugin, a decentralized oracle, which is very key platform providing reliable and accurate off-chain data for smart contracts. So these are some of the notable dApps that are already built and functional and live on the XDC network today.
So I won't, of course, be able to summarize all of these, but
That's okay.
if I wanna, put them into under certain segments, it's RWA, real world asset tokenization, which I would say XDC is one of the most prominent blockchains. DeFi, which is one of the big areas for blockchain. Enterprise solutions, infrastructure enhancements, and then NFT and tokenization platform.
Absolutely.
One thing we did not cover, and hopefully 6 months later we will, which forms the essence of the partnership between XDC and Plug and Play, is payments.
Yeah.
This program that we are establishing together is for these Web 2 and Web 3 startups to integrate and work and co-create with XDC for payments. Payments, even though it is still finance, it's, I would say, a very separate niche area. Let's talk a bit about this very unique and different program that we are establishing.
Yeah.
The payments program.
Yes.
So and maybe I can talk a bit more about how Plug and Play has been working in the payment space. So Plug and Play, as I mentioned earlier, is one of the most active investors in the world. But we are also one of the world's largest innovation platforms. What that means is we power innovation for more than 600 corporations. These are all Fortune 500, Fortune 1000 companies, and more than 50 government agencies globally. And when we talk about an innovation platform, we are talking about an ecosystem. We are ecosystem enablers. We work with corporations like yourselves, we work with governments, where we are coming in to establish an ecosystem where, as an enabler, you bring in the users and the funders like XDC, but then you bring in startups, you bring in universities, you bring in other corporates, you bring in the government agencies, and then all of them work together to establish and run this ecosystem. Because you cannot just do a one-time matchmaking and then expect that to thrive.
Yeah.
You need to make sure this is sustainable. You need to make sure this keeps happening. And just to name a few of the partnerships we've had in the past in this space, we powered the Visa Accelerator Program, which is one of the most prominent payments companies.
Yeah.
We run innovation for BNP Paribas globally, for Caixa Bank, for more than 100 banks and insurance firms. And these are not cookie cutter similar partnerships. These are partnerships where divide this into two different parts. One is reactive innovation, where the company knows that this is what we want, and instead of hiring developers and creating it, we would rather white label a startup solution. But on the other side, which this partnership resides with Plug and Play and XDC, is proactive innovation. If I would like to say one objective we have for this program is to make the XDC blockchain better by bringing more functionality on it from a payments point of view. That is why we are trying to integrate new functionalities with startups in the payments space.
In terms of scouting, like you're currently scouting within your own network, like Plug and Play's network, right? Obviously, this is a global program that we are running with Plug and Play APAC.
Yeah.
So when this program is going to be live for
Yes.
external
Yeah.
projects or startups to apply directly via Plug and Play's
Yeah.
website?
So one thing I would like to clarify is that even though we are calling it a program, there is no program entry or a cohort or a batch, because we don't really think, we think that such partnerships have evolved from a batch based cohort now. It's more of designing a certain collaboration initiative together, where right now we're in the first phase where we are from our own ecosystem finding the best startups and proactively reaching out to them and then bringing them on board for potentially to explore how they could work with XDC for this particular initiative.
Yeah,
On that note, I would like to also mention why startups like to work with Plug and Play.
right.
So Plug and Play is one of the most active investors in the world. We invest from our own balance sheet. We don't have a GP LP structure, which means any startup that we are in touch with and we feel they are a really good investment for us, we will just write a check.
Oh, wow.
So that, I think, is a very, very interesting and lucrative proposition for the startup. And to top that off, we never ever charge startups anything when we are working with them. When we are sourcing startups for XDC, when we source startups for Visa, for hundreds of other corporates, we source more than 20,000 startups a year. Yes, only 5% of those are good quality startups which end up making into a program or getting invested by us or our partners. But whoever comes into this, they never ever pay any program fee or sweat equity. They will, of course, give equity if we are investing in them. And because we work with so many corporates, if they were, let's say, a startup who was going to get in touch with XDC, to get in touch with XDC and let's say 9 other companies, they need to make that effort 10 times.
Right.
When they are interacting with Plug and Play, it's a one-to-many partnership, right? We will help them get connected to 10, 20, 30 corporates, wherever, of course, there is a fit.
Right.
So that way we see that the startups are very eager and, of course, forthcoming when they work with us. And given that we run such programs on a regular basis, the first segment of our program with XDC is where we are not making the program public yet.
Right.
In phase 1, we are proactively reaching out to startups and finding the best ones from within our network.
Yeah, makes sense.
This is not a biased reach out. It's not first come, first serve. It's
Yeah.
a win-win for everyone if, let's say, XDC finds 20, 30, 50 startups to integrate with. Yes, we want to find the best 10, but if we have best 15, that's a more positive scenario.
Yeah, that's good. So what's the duration of this program? Because obviously you are scouting from within your network.
Yes.
But I still get questions when they saw this press release. They keep on asking me like, what's the duration and what are the milestones
Yes.
and what's the amount? Obviously, I know the amount,
Yes.
but is Plug and Play also going to be potentially investing?
Yes. I mean, we see, let's say we end up selecting 15 startups for this program, payments program. Theoretically speaking, we could invest in all 15 of them. Or even, let's say you select 15 and you rejected 5 of them because they did not fit
Right.
well. Either they thought this partnership is not for them, or you thought this partnership is not for you. If we really like them, we might just still invest in them.
Perfect.
So we do not have any qualification success criteria here that no, they have to get into a program.
Right.
And at the same time, it's also not an auto qualification. It doesn't mean that if 15 startups get selected, we will invest in all 15 of
all
them.
15, makes sense.
And investing from our balance sheet gives us that flexibility. The first phase, like I said, is in January, we are going to find best startups from the network. But February, we are going to make this program public, where it's what we call a call for applications, where startups can then apply. And then on a regular basis, we will assess them. We have a scoring methodology in place, and the best startups, we will set up a call with them. We will speak with them, tell them more about the program,
Right.
understand and assess their qualifications and how they could add value to the XDC blockchain.
Yeah.
The third phase will be the roadshows. We are doing 2 roadshows, one in Vietnam, Ho Chi Minh City, in the first week of March, And then in the third or fourth week of March in Seoul, South Korea, the startups will have a chance to directly speak with you and the XDC team
Members, yeah.
to understand and, like they say, from the horse's mouth,
Yes,
how exactly they could benefit. And that's the third phase.
Right.
And in every phase, we want to hopefully get 5 to 10 really, really good startups. And then the culmination of the program will be during Token 2049 in Dubai,
Yeah.
where the best startups will be selected, where we will have them integrate. There are, of course, certain milestones they need to achieve to fruitfully get investments from XDC and or plug and play. And I know we discussed there is no fixed amount for this, but if I have to take one figure, it's around $100,000 in stablecoin, of course. We are a Web3 program. So that's what we are looking at. We are looking to find and work with the best startups who can add a lot of value to the XDC blockchain. And the investment could be anywhere from $100,000 to even more.
Thanks for this information. This is very, very important for those startups who are reaching out to you, reaching out to me, my team members at XDC. This information is very crucial and vital to understand if you actually are suitable for this program and the amount of investments which is on the table, right?
Yes.
So it's a co-investment opportunity from both XDC and Plug and Play. Obviously, there are different criteria and milestones to complete before we onboard you to the program or even commit for making any sort of investments. Having said that, it was great chatting with you, Manav. Always good to meet you in person. A lot of energy, exchange when it comes to you. And thank you for your time, and thank you for taking this time to explain about this program in details. So as Manav explained, it's open to public in February.
Yeah, it's open to public in February, but you can reach out to us using this the information on the screen. Do not feel that you need to wait till February to reach out to us. We are proactively assessing startups. We already have a few startups in the pipeline who might end up being part of the program already. So do not wait. Just reach out. We are happy to entertain. We are happy to see. And the value that Plug and Play brings is not only XDC. There are 5-10 other partners we have where we could help you out. And like I said, there's no fees, no equity you need to give to actually accept our help to get connected to corporations like XDC.
Amazing. Thank you everyone for tuning in to today's podcast. It's been a pleasure sharing insights with you all about the incredible opportunities we have in the XDC ecosystem. As we continue to grow and innovate, remember that XDC Tech is actively seeking to fund more ventures that are building on the XDC network. So if you are a developer, an entrepreneur, or a business with a vision for blockchain, now is the time to act. Make sure to integrate to XDC mainnet into your platform and don't miss out. Apply now to become part of the revolution. Together we can take blockchain adoption to new heights. Stay tuned, stay inspired, and let's build the future of the XDC. Thank you again for listening, and we'll catch you on the next episode. Take care. Bye-bye.